And we are live. Welcome, guys. This is Hot Hand TV. They are doing something interesting. I just finished my workouts at Kuhes Sports Complex. So the video of the workout will be coming out anytime soon this week. But today I was working on base shooting. I just want to share a quick one with you guys, show you what I was working on. Where I was working on my lower body. Well, that is the base of my shot. Otherwise known as the footwork or the athletic stance. Yeah, the lower body of when you shoot the ball. So what I'm focusing on here is trying to create that platform for balance and also for pushing the body upwards as I raise the ball to my shooting position. So like in this one here, we're going to look at, let's start from here. So I'm standing straight in this position. So what I want to do when I'm shooting is to be able to use my lower body as a platform by dropping my hips to this lower level. As you can see here, my hips are dropped. So now it means I'm bent at the knee and my foot is flat, pressing on the ground. So that creates a platform which I can use to push the ball upwards. That lower body as a platform for pushing the ball up. So let's watch what happens here just for a few seconds. So I raise the ball using the ground as a pushing platform for my shooting action. So what you'll notice here is that I stand up straight, my back is straight, and the only parts of my body that bend are my legs as they are pressing down as I'm dropping my hips to the ground, where I'm forming that shooting base by bending at the knee and staying flat at the foot. So that produces that pushing motion that is used to transfer energy into the body and then into the ball. So that there I missed it, so here's another clip of the same thing. So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit just for you guys to appreciate. Let me slow it down slower. Alright, this is finer. Let's slow it down a little bit slower. So yeah, so you should pay close attention to what my body is doing here. So I'm starting up straight, I'm bending, and then I'm pushing out of that position. So by bending my hips down to this position, I'm able to use my lower body as a platform for pushing. So that's what gives you balance, because you have something to push against as you're raising the ball to the two position and then onwards to the release. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's look at one more. So now as I'm continuing, now I'm increasing range on one foot now. So using one foot allows you to stay highly accountable to that shooting position, because it's easy to push off 2 feet and lack the discipline to shoot the ball with the correct balance. So using one foot allows you to build that correct balance and that integrity at the hands. I think Steve Nash used to love these drills a lot. He used to do them with all his players. He did them with KD. So what they do is they allow you to drop and stay balanced with one foot. So that really builds that balance with complexity. As you can see there, I'm heavily balanced, but let's go forward here. Skip through a little bit. So yeah, I'm dropping at the hips and then I'm raising with one foot. So if you can use one foot as a platform for balance, 2 feet will become very easy, and that makes your shot even quicker and more controllable because you have a level of balance. So the base is about balance and about the pushing mechanism that you're going to use as you go into the shooting action. So I'll go back a little bit here. On this position I went very low. As you can see here, I went very low. So what I'm doing here is to make sure my hips are as low as possible, so that I force them to move a longer distance than I used to when I'm shooting the ball on a regular shot, where it's just at least at that 45-degree bend, not like 90 degrees. So I'm forcing my hips to drop lower than they usually do, so that I can create that feeling of balance. Alright, next clip. So this is just the backward view of the same thing. As you can see, I stand up straight, so the only thing that's dropping is my knee. At my knee, the only thing that's changing is the hip and then the bending at the knee. So my back is still straight, maintaining that solid platform that I can use to push against as I raise into that shot. So this is just a few tips that I learned from Mike Dunn, Steve Nash, and Rob Fodor. Oh, it was a little bit of a miss there, so it's okay to miss sometimes. All right, next clip. Oh, that's just a close-up of what we did today. Yeah. Anyway, just more angles for you to appreciate the balance of the hips. So here, another one. This is the jump through from Rob Fodor as well. So jump through. What I'm doing here is I'm forcing my hips. Let's see that. So I'm forcing my hips to go lower than they're used to, and using that momentum to jump up and create that forward momentum, upward momentum that will transfer into the ball as I get to my set point, release point, or otherwise known as position 2. So really effective workout. I saw Damian Lillard use these workouts a lot, so they're very effective for building that sequence and also balance, maintaining balance at speed. Just more of them same drills at various angles. Alright, I'll go forward here. So let's just watch this, how I do it. So I'm standing up straight, I drop my hips and I release the ball as quickly as possible. So that's the action. You want your hips to be able to drop and get off the floor as fast as possible. So that motion is really captured at the hips. And in most sprinting workouts, they focus on you being able to use your hips to create that force for shooting and not for shooting, but for running and producing force for the body to use as a runner or a jumper, or most of those players in the NFL, they use their actions. The actions really are focused at the hip here, where you move upward from a bending position. All right. More of the hips. All right, so now same thing with the base. Now we're trying to add off the dribble and replacing the foot replacement. So we're dribbling. This is known as score fast. This drill is known as score fast from Rob Fodor, Mike Dunn, and them guys. So I'm dribbling, and then I plant my feet and replace them to the target of the rim. So yeah, when you're playing, this is a travel, but this is a workout that's training you in foot replacements, where you plant your feet, turn, and go for the shot release. You're going to use these foot replacements in positions where you're running from catch and shoots, running for catch and shoots, or when you're off the dribble, where you plant your feet and then change direction at a dime, or maybe in 3 seconds or less. So more of the same on the jump turns and score fast. So same thing. I face the rim and then I release it. Bang. Very effective drill, especially when you do it at speed. Nice. With the hand prep drill. So here I'm adding a hand prep so that I can add more complexity to the move. So that's what we do in training. We make things complex so that they become easier in the game. So now that's what I expect to do in the game, to drop the ball. I mean the training, to drop the ball and try to find those weak points and then eliminate them as we go forward. That's just more jump turns. That's just bang right there. Easy money. Easy money. Easy money. Alright, trying to do too much there. I think that's about it on jump turns. Alright, let's just watch that. Did I make that? Ooh, I did. Alright. So yeah, but so the shooting base, if you played video games like 2K, shooting base determines how you're going to release your shot. We often hear of the theories of the 2 motion shot, 1 motion shot. So what determines the the type of shot, as people put it, is how you use your shot base. So when you apply force to your shot base together with your shooting release, as in at the two position at the set point where you're releasing together, like that, that's a one motion shot because you're using that upward momentum in one direction. In a two motion shot, you get off your shot base, jump up, and then release the ball. But in my shooting form, I prefer to use that force. As I push from my legs, I'm releasing from my arms at the same time, creating that upward momentum. Because I'm shorter, and also the kind of shots that I take in the game, they require a lot of distance and a lot of power from distance as well. So you want to use those momentum shots, those one motion shots. But it doesn't mean that two motion shots are bad. Two motion shots are actually good for separation. So if you're trying to jump over a defender, like the way Michael Jordan did, you're better off using a two motion shot. That will allow you to get that elevation over the defender and then try to score over them. So everything has its use. It's not like good or bad. So it's just a matter of application. All right. So here I'm building the. Let's go back here. I'm building my shot off the dribble. So how do we create the base of our shot on the move? So what I'm doing here is I'm simulating the point of the catch. So here I'm catching. As you can see, one foot is behind me, one foot is bent at the knee already. This is where we create connection with the ball. This is a point where you produce the force for the connection to your body. So I'm simulating catching the ball off the dribble, and then getting into my shooting base, and then getting to my shooting form at the top of my body, and then there we go, releasing the ball, just like that. Again, that's the first rep. So let's see again. So what we're doing here is I have the ball in the catching position, and then I'm simulating creating that shooting base off the move. Because as you move your shooting base, your feet change direction. They change, they change direction. So you have to find that shooting base that you're used to. So by learning how it feels. So that's why we practice. So we learn how it feels, and then in the game we can simulate that action as well. So here I'm feeling the bending of the knee, and then swinging the foot to the rim, creating that 1-2 swing that Kobe Bryant used to like so much. See, you see that 1-2 swing? Boom. There we go. So now on the and then as I add complexity, you're gonna see me add dribbles to it, so that I get into that same position every time. So let's see. I think this is one of the ones that I had the dribble in. Let's see. Let's just go forward a little bit. Yes, so okay, so let's go back here. Alright. Yeah, so you should be able to form that shooting base every time. If you land on 2 feet, land on 2 feet. If you land on one, so I'm trying to land on one, plant with two, and then boom. Using that dribble now. So we're adding the dribble to simulate what we're going to do on the move. So I dribble in that low athletic position, and then I recover the other foot into that 1-2 swing, like so. So yeah, take notice of that. This is just some of the things. Now I'm adding the dribble moves. Let's see what we do on the dribble moves. So we're progressing from the catching position. I should be able to dribble the ball and then land in my shooting form and then get off the floor as quickly as possible. So that's enabled at the hips. If you have a strong shooting base where you bend at the hips, that's what happens. You're able to get on the floor, get off the floor. You decelerate and accelerate. So let's watch this one more time. I crisscross into the shot. Boom. I low hips and then I raise out of them. Boom. There we go. All right. Let's see what I think. This angle is still focusing on the same thing. All right. So I'm dribbling. So I'm setting up the defender or looking for an opening. So I get into low hips and then I raise out of them. Boom. That's what we want. Drop on, get on the floor, get off the floor. Drop the hips, get off the hips as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, as explosive as possible. So I'm doing the left here. Oh, that's that 1-2 swing. Boom. Yeah, so you will have to do it both ways. So here I'm crisscrossing again. Now I'm going left. Boom. Both hands on the ball. 1-2. Low hips. Get off. Boom. Clean. Alright, this is just the same thing. Alright. Alright, I think now we're going into the reverse pivots. Oh no, we're still going off the dribble. Oh, look, I dropped the ball. So let's see. Reverse pivots. So I land, plant, find the move, and then attack. Alright, guys. Let's see that one. Let's just see one of these. Yes, let's just see one of these before I go now. So I throw the ball ahead of me, land in 2 feet, reverse pivot, now crisscross into the short, low hips, high hips, boom, bang. So that's basically it. You need a platform to create your shooting position when you're shooting. So that's why we use this. That's how we use the shot base. It's a platform for pushing the lower body. So yeah, add these drills into your practice. I'll be releasing the full video later during the week. So yeah, man, thank you for tuning in. Hot Hand TV. This is Gilbert. Lots of love from you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.